I thought that the devil was after me, trying to kill me, and I remember just yelling everywhere. I went crazy, basically crazy.
Cool, awesome. So, hi Verity.
Hello.
So if you could please just start by talking about the hardest things you've had to deal with and how you've overcome them.
Okay, cool. So I've actually got a lot of things that I've had to overcome, but I'll start first from my childhood. Yeah. So let me see. When I was 3 years old, my biological father died because he got stabbed in a mental illness respite home. And so I didn't really have him around as I was growing up. But I did, however, have another man come into my life, which my mom remarried again. And that was when my life just kind of went down the drain. He was really abusive and verbally, physically abusive. He used to abuse my mom, my grandma, me in particular, for no reason. Like, he had anger issues. And so I grew up in a really domestic violent home. And then one day, my loved one got sick. So we went to the hospital, and the nurses and doctors notified us that they were going to take us away because apparently that man, I don't like calling him my stepdad, but he sexually assaulted my sister. And yeah, that was pretty hard on us as kids because we were just kids, like we didn't know what was going on. But yeah, eventually we got taken away, and my mom and my stepdad went to jail. So we got taken into foster care. Yeah, that wasn't a really good experience for the first time because it felt like we were living with strangers that we don't really know. And the biggest burden was just going to school with shame and guilt. You know, people used to ask, who's that white lady? And it was kind of shaming for me to say that she wasn't my mom, she was my social worker. And so yeah, that was a pretty big burden, like throughout school, being that young, carrying all this burden, mom and stepdad being in jail, sisters and brothers and sisters in foster care, and be strong and fight back the tears. And we have this mask in school. Yeah, I remember always wearing this mask, like being the loud one in class and stuff like that.
Covering everything up with like happiness and
yeah, but deep inside I was crying. I felt dead. Yeah, so that's the shortest way to put it, because I would ramble on and on about it. Yeah, and then we came back to my mom when I was 5th floor. But nothing changed. Like, we still have our arguments here and there. She kind of, her level of maturity is like down here. So like we're always in arguments and stuff, but I just have to accept that, you know, people are gonna change in their own time, and maybe she won't change, but that's okay. I just have to work on myself. But yeah, and how I overcame that was through God, just having a higher power there to pray to and going to church and stuff like that. That's how I overcame that situation from my childhood and everything like that. And then another thing, sorry, can I carry on?
Yeah.
Another thing that I've had to overcome is in 2014, this was my first year at uni studying dance. All the stress and all the pain I've been carrying from my past kind of caught up to me, and then I got sick. I got diagnosed with depression and psychosis, which is a mental illness that alters your perception of reality. And you hear voices and you get hallucinations and stuff like that. And it's something that runs in the family, because on that same year my sister got diagnosed with schizophrenia, so I think that kind of rubbed off on me, and I don't really grieve for that time that she lost it in our household. So that was a really scary moment for me. I thought that the devil was after me, trying to kill me, and I remember just yelling everywhere. I went crazy, basically crazy. I was, because like a week prior to it, I locked myself up in my room, and I was trying to finish my schoolwork, but having that barrier, or having that what do you call it? That the heaviness of my past within me, I don't really grieve for my lost childhood, so everything just like fell on me.
With like, you know, depression and everything like that,
Yeah.
did you go through counselling, or did you do like did you do like self-help, or?
Yeah, I had a mental health team that helped me. They gave me some strategies and tools, kind of like psychology. Yeah, so they helped me like go through this whole mindfulness breathing and stuff like that. I did this program called RAP, and it was to basically about that, dealing with mental illness and stuff like that. And they just gave me like this booklet with heaps of resources that could help me. So yeah, I just go through that and try and help me. Yeah.
Okay, that sounds cool. So I guess what would be the one thing that you know, without it you wouldn't, like, you wouldn't have been able to deal with it? Like, you know, what's your main thing that you use to get yourself through?
Oh, the main thing. Definitely my support base, like my family and friends. I don't think that I could have gotten through without them. Like, that's a really important part of your recovery and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't have that extra love from people, then I don't think you're ever gonna heal. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
Like, you need to feel that in order to completely heal, and yeah, just bounce back from whatever you were going through.